Everybody, it's me, Kathy Hester, coming to you from my deck, which is lovely. I know I'm doing this last minute again. I promise to try and get more of a schedule. It's fall today. I woke up, it's like 50 degrees. I think it's maybe 60 now. The high is 70. Super excited. So excited. And I'm drinking out of my new giant mug. Here, you'll probably see a picture like this soon. Um, I decided I want to just have all of my tea all at once and then just be done with it. So I wanted to remind you of a couple of things and just celebrate that it's fall. It's officially fall. And oh, hey, Dreamy Sunshine, it's so good to see you. How is it where you guys are? Are you seeing any fall? And my dog is out here, so he's gonna bark. So just fall. I know it doesn't look like fall back here, but we'll be seeing it soon. Also, I'm going to be going to Asheville, North Carolina. I don't know if the leaves are changing there yet for a couple of days. And Leslie says it was chilly here in Massachusetts. I know, I was thinking I might have to get a sweater or something. So that was kind of exciting. Yes, I live for these tiny, tiny things. Oh, Linda, yay, Linda lives in Canada and it's only 53 degrees and hoping for 60. And those of you who have maybe been already experiencing the cold weather, just realize it's been 90 degrees for 3 days in a row here. So we went to Florida for vacation, then, and it was hot. It was so hot. Then I came back here and it was in the 80s, so it felt less hot. Then it went up to the 90s, and then I was not feeling my fall happy, good feelings for everyone. Debbie says my Acer started to turn orange, which is so exciting. And Scott says it's the low 60s in southern New Jersey. Oh, look, you've got little leaves too. That's awesome. Oh, Linda says even in Canada it was 90 degrees on Wednesday. And I'm like, what the heck? Oh, it's Apple. You're up early, aren't you? Because you're in Vancouver. Um, you're just waking up. Okay, so see, I'm already assuming some things. Um, that's awesome. Yeah, just enjoy yourself. I'm sure the weather is perfect. And Leslie says it's 53 and was 47. I just returned from Florida. Oh, what did you do in Florida? We went to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween, where I discovered that I'm more introverted than I used to be. Um, and of course, we had masks on and all the things like that. We were protecting ourselves, but I was like, this is a lot of people and it's very loud. So I think the pandemic has encouraged my introvert side a little bit more. We also did kind of a life goal thing. So I don't know if you know a lot about Disney and wildlife, but they do a really good job with the wildlife. So we stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge, which has the savannas where they take care and rescue some of the more exotic animals, or exotic to us, I guess, because and we got a savanna room, so that means we sat outside and watched giraffes and zebras and things that I don't even know the names of, and it was just pretty glorious. So, so we did that. We enjoyed being in the room watching the animals and bringing some yummy vegan treats in. We did not enjoy being in a park. And Kathy says it's 55 going up to 60. Wooey not. Oh, and Leslie was in Delray Beach. That sounds lovely too. Okay, so I don't know how many of you are on my email list. And if you're like, email list, I want to be on your email list. Usually on these things, it puts out where to go. So if you go to healthyslowcooking.com or plantbasedinstapot.com and scroll wherever you are, something will come up. Do you want some free spice blends? And you sign up and you get emails from me. Um, Usually in Halloween time in October, I send out an email a day, but other than that, it's rarely more than a few times. It's a few times a week on special things, and I skip weeks, and sometimes I usually only do once a week. Um, so just know that. So that's up to you. But if you were, Chef AJ is doing a 12-week whole food plant-based dessert class that's pretty awesome. And you have to sign up by tonight, and the classes start tomorrow. So wherever you're watching this, somewhere around, you will see that I gave you a link to that. It is an affiliate link, which means I will get some pennies when you buy through it. But if you use the code Kathy, Kathy, you'll get $200 off. And I think that makes it $297-ish. But so it's a class for, I think is it 12 weeks or 8 weeks? I think it's 12 weeks. And I'll show you all the stuff if you're interested too. So I'll show you all that. So that's one thing I wanted to make sure to tell you guys about, because today's the last day. While I was doing that, I was like, it's fall. I'm happy. I'm getting ready to teach cooking classes for September, because all the creamy stuff, I kind of compacted them this month. So this Saturday, I'm teaching a pumpkin class. And the Thursday after that, I'm teaching an apple class. Just, just for you, apple. No. And I'll show you what's in that too. I made a bundle. So classes are usually $35 each. You can watch them live or watch the recordings, or you can join Kathy's Cooking Club. That's up to you too. I don't think I put that link. But if you just go to kathyhester.podia.com, that's where you'll see all that stuff. And past classes that you might want to take. I know. I should have said it's the apple class. I should have used your picture, your drawing that I think is so cute. Oh, it's 55 in the Bronx. Oh, I would have thought it was a little warmer than that now. But maybe it's a yummy, yummy cold front. So I put those two classes together. So that would normally be $70. And then I put my Halloween ebook in there for a bundle for $40. So if you would like to take classes live, get them cheap. So, because it's fall and pumpkins and apples and giant mugs of tea with Halloween stuff on it. So I'm in that zone now. You know, I was in the zone before, but now it's gonna go down. So there will be Halloween. I have more than 31 Halloween recipes. I'm going to be doing some Halloween lives. I haven't decided what classes I'm doing for October yet. I tend to not do a Halloween class per se, because not as many people are interested in it as I am. So if you have some ideas, if you're like, I really wish you would teach a class on bean soups, tell me, and perhaps I will automatically make it happen. Because we believe in magic today, for sure. Okay, so let me show you guys. Let me see if I can get some of this stuff off my desk so I can show you the things. Nope, that is not the thing. And you guys have some questions for me? If you have some general questions about Instant Pot cooking, slow cooking, making Ninja Creamy Creations, those are all on board as well. And where did I put it? There we go. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen with you for a second. Let's cancel that. All right. So this is the bundle. You have the link. So I just kind of wanted to tell you. And so in the pumpkin class, which is this Saturday, we're going to make pumpkin tamales. So those are oil-free, and we're using pumpkin in place of lard or coconut oil or what other things that we wouldn't use typically as a whole food plant-based person. We're going to make pumpkin gingerbread mini muffins, which are some of my favorite treats for the whole time. I make this great pumpkin shake that you can make into a pumpkin spice frappuccino, decaf, regular, used chino. We're going to make pumpkin cashew cream cheese to spread on your lovely bagels. so that when you're like, why do all the people who eat dairy get all the fun fall treats? You will feel just as happy. And we're going to make some pumpkin biscuits, which I just really love. They're just drop biscuits. They're real easy, but they're delicious. In the apple class, we're going to make applesauce bread, which my Aunt Bill used to make every holiday and give me. So it's like a really special taste profile for me, and I just love it. And it's very simple. We are going to make apple baked beans in the Instant Pot. So basically, they're baked beans that are sweetened with apples, but I love the apple molasses, mustardy yumminess. We're going to make a split pea soup with apples. I like to use apples and pears in a lot of pureed soups, especially with beans, and it adds a little extra, and it just makes them taste really good. And we're going to make air fryer apple fritters. So let me see if I can come back and see if there are any questions about. Okay, yums, lots of yums. Yeah, apple. Okay, these aren't showing up because I'm not on the thing. I'll bring them back in a minute. Okay, so while I'm back here, before I lose my mind, I'm going to show you Chef AJ's stuff too, and then I'll answer any questions you want. Um, it is a 12-week course, and so you guys, and these are all pictures of the stuff she makes. She makes pretty amazing whole food plant-based stuff. And if you know Chef AJ, they're gluten-free, flour-free, sugar-free, oil-free, salt-free, plant-based, and sweetened with fruit. So if you are looking, what I think is really awesome about this in particular is this is going to take you through the whole holiday season. So instead of being like, well, I can't have, or I shouldn't do this, you have some extra options. And I just love Chef AJ. She is a trained pastry chef. So this is what's going on for the weeks. Weeks 1 and 2 is easy crowd pleaser. She even tells you all the recipes. So it's apple pie that won't make you die, which sounds very Chef AJ. Jam bars, cinnamon bun cupcakes, count me in on those, and a rustic fruit tart. Looks really pretty. Weeks 3 and 4, desserts to celebrate, vanilla frosted double layer carrot cake, cherry cobbler, lemon meringue pie. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I'm in for that one. Orange chocolate mousse tort with raspberry coulis, mango mousse parfaits. Weeks 5 and 6, you're not cooking anything. It tastes like a Snickers bar pie. And that may be enough reason. I'm planning on taking the class as well so that I can get some of Chef AJ's pastry chef knowledge into my head. Peanut butter chocolate cheesecake, peanut butter fudge truffles, and peanut bites. And I'm sure she has some substitutions too. And usually with any peanut stuff like that, peanut butter, you can use sunflower butter if you have an allergy. Fall desserts, which is what I want more of anything. Look at these caramel apples. Do you guys see that? Cheryl was asking for caramel apples, so I'm very excited about that. Caramel blondies, pear pie, holiday parfait, and pumpkin raisin muffins. All sound good to me. Then you've got chocolate. I don't get so excited about chocolate, but the rest of the world, including Cheryl, does. Decadent chocolate mousse, a mint pie. I don't know what frango means. Anybody know what frango mint pie? Because maybe I'm just like ignorant. Outrageous brownies, chocolate faux nuts. And then this is one that the last 2 weeks that focus on the holiday desserts. And again, like ginger snaps, fruit cake, pecan pie, eggnog, pumpkin pie. And I feel like all those things are pretty awesome. So here, let me go back. Here we go. And I'll see what you said. Oh, someone said I froze. Hopefully I'm back. And I'll show some of these things. So yeah, applesauce loaf is pretty amazing. Sorry that I froze some. It could be from me because I'm outside and I'm not plugged in. Oh, and Adria has a question that she's loving her creamy. Is there a limit on how many times you can freeze and respin? Not really. Um, I'm trying to think of how. I doubt you do it more than 4 times. But I don't see the only thing that can happen. The longer the creamy pint is in your freezer, the more it's going to kind of dry out just a little bit. So you might need to, as you're going through the pint, um, leave it out a little longer, or each time you respin, you might have to add a little bit of non-dairy milk. So it's not a big deal. So I would assume unlimited amounts. I have not spun when it's below a third, just because there's not that much in there. Um, and Deborah says, I'm the only one eating it. Yeah. And there's no problem freezing and respinning. So like sometimes I will, like if when I'm getting ready to do a bunch of um, what's the word? Filming. I'm going to be filming more videos for you guys with fall flavors, because you guys know that before this haircut I had a big debacle haircut. And so I just couldn't make myself do live. So now I'm gearing up. I'm taking a little break coming up, and then there's going to be a lot of filming. So what I do then is like I make it, put it in the freezer, I spin it for the video, then I put it away. Usually I don't eat it. Then I'll spin it again to take a picture for a blog post, and I'll put it back, and I'll spin half of it, eat some of it a couple times usually. So that's kind of the way that goes. So I don't see. And see, how long will a pint last in the freezer? It depends on what the ingredients are. But I mean, Ninja says one thing. I spun a corn ice cream in the last live, what the live before last that I did, and it had been in there a couple months. The thing is what's going to happen is it's going to be a little bit drier. And you can rectify that several ways. So it probably means it's going to be real powdery when you spin it. So I would leave it out an extra 10 minutes. If you don't usually leave it out 10 minutes. If you usually leave it out 15 minutes, try 25 minutes and then spin it. That will take care of an ice wall. That'll take care of a lot of things. And then it never hurts to put a tablespoon or two of non-dairy milk in, or sweetener. So if you taste it and it's a little powdery, I still taste it, and you're like, this isn't quite sweet enough for me, then you could put in a little bit of date syrup or maple syrup or non-dairy milk, anything liquid, and that just kind of helps break it down a little more in the respin too. Is that all the questions I have, you guys? I would love it if you guys chose to come to my classes. And yes, Chef AJ's class is on Saturday, and so is mine. But don't worry, mine's at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and hers I think is 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time ish. So they don't overlap. So you can do both, should you choose to. And with the okay. And Karen says, I have a real ice cream for my non-vegan son. I can't tell you how long the non-vegan versions will last, just because I've never made one. So I would encourage you to go. There's a bunch of Ninja Creamy groups, and I would go into one of those and just ask if anybody else has any issues. Because that also, when you're using more sugar, full fat, milky versions, or sugar, full fat, vegan versions, um, they tend to last longer. You don't necessarily have to respin them every time you eat them. So it's a little bit of a different process than when we're talking about doing it whole food plant-based version, because we're doing it and it's freezing much harder. So you might not need to respin, um, let's say, a coconut cream cheese pint the same way over and over again. You might be able to spin it once and then store it separately. I have made 2 things similar, from the Ninja Creamy recipe booklet, and they were fine, but I'm just as happy without the fat, really, and the cleanup is much easier without the fat. So I really like that a lot. So every time I use coconut milk, coconut cream, something like that, I find that I need to take the pint and put it in the top part of my dishwasher and let it get all that fatty stuff out. Um, so I don't know. I don't know if that really helps. If it won't be till Thanksgiving, I don't know if I would make it right now, honestly. I think it's a little bit too soon. Do you guys have more questions for me? The only other thing, which has not, I have, this is not a promotion, but you guys, they have the vegan pumpkin caramel dairy-free wheat yogurt. Now, it does have coconut cream in it. It is not non-fat, so it's not a no oil, but it doesn't have any extra oil added, which I was really surprised. Usually these things have like coconut oil added, so it's like water, coconut cream. It still has cane sugar in it, pumpkin puree. It has a lot of sugars. Rice starch, flavor, sea salt, lemon, locust bean, but it's pretty yummy. So if this fits in your diet, take a look and be real careful. Make sure that you see dairy free on the label. They have a dairy one as well, but this is pretty yummy. It's a little bit similar to my pumpkin caramel recipe, which I think I have on both Healthy Slow Cooking and Plant Based Instant Pot. I'm going to start putting up some of those more pumpkin-y recipes. And if you guys have some pumpkin apple fall recipes, sweet or savory, that you're looking for, ask me and I'll put one up if I have it already, or it can go on the list of things I need to make. I do know in November, every year I do a holiday class. So 2 years ago, we did a sheet pan dinner. We always make like an appetizer, the main meal, and a dessert. So I don't know exactly what that class is going to have with it. And around Christmas or November, I always have make your own presents. So we've made spices, we've made bath bombs, we've made flavored salt. So we make stuff for gifts. And so that'll be something that's coming up too. I know, I do love this. Oops, here we go. Apple saying, and you'll have a cute jar after you eat that yogurt. I know it's a glass jar, so I kind of like that, even though I know it's not the most nutritious thing. I feel like as a dessert or a fall snack, I'm okay with it. The calories are 150, so it's not bad. It does have 7 grams of fat. So again, I want to be real clear. Those of you who are on a strict no oil, would never have coconut cream, this is not for you. But I was shocked that it had no added oil. Just shocked. Um, so it would fit in some people's diets. And I think it'd be great. I don't make candles. Maybe we should make candles in our gift class. Um, but you can actually buy little like bamboo lids to go on these wee containers from Amazon because I save them. I save a lot of things I shouldn't save, really. Um, so I see some new people are on. Basically, if you watch the replay, I just kind of showed you what was in Chef AJ's class, what's in my classes coming up. Um, just chatted about how I'm happy it's fall. And if you guys have more questions, I'll hang around for a minute or two. But then I'm going to pick up my car because I didn't sleep 2 nights ago at all because my car alarm went off over and over and over again for no good reason. And the only reason I have a car alarm is because I bought my car very slightly used. I think it had 10 years ago. I think it had 600 miles on it. And so it came with one. So it will be disconnected when I get it right now. And I'm so excited that I can sleep through every night from now on. Um, oh, Facebook user, I do not know who you are, but You are brilliant. Because yes, you could use the wheat jar with a bamboo lid and put spice blends in there. I like that. Okay, guys. Well, I think that's it. I'd love to see you guys on Saturday. I'm gonna probably leave that bundle up. The bundle is only being linked to here. There's a tiny chance I'll put it on the email list later, but I'd love to see you guys there. Also, if you have any questions, you can always email me, kathyhester@gmail.com. I'm kind of behind on my emails, so leaving me a comment would probably get an answer quicker. When I talked the other day, I was talking about I'm working on trying to get just the ebook for the Ninja Creamy Experience separated out. And I'm going to sell it separately because I'm just getting so many requests. Um, they won't get all the goodies. They won't get the 40 videos and the 6 hours of live classes and things like that. But there are two things I want to do. One, I'm going to be selling it as a PDF, which I think is a little easier for you guys to put on different devices. And then I'm going to be selling it on Kindle, which is a pain in the tuchus because I'm having to reformat and take everything and do it all from scratch, basically. But one of the reasons I want to put it on Kindle, and I am going to put it in Kindle Unlimited. I don't have a time frame yet. I'm hoping by next week, if not before. Is that there are no vegan, dairy-free Ninja Creamy books at all right now. So I am on Kindle. I'm going to be calling it like the Ninja Creamy Dairy-Free Cookbook instead of like the Ninja Creamy Experience Cookbook because I don't want people to think they get all the things. Um, but those of you that have the Ninja Creamy Experience, you have this book, right? You have it. It's do not buy it. If you're unsure if you have something, you can email me. Okay. I am also working on like a fall, possibly fall and winter flavors, depending on how far along this goes. Ninja Creamy ebook as well. But I'm taking 2 vacations again. It's 2 short vacations. So I'm going to go to Asheville with my best friend for 2 days. The beginning of this coming week, and then a few weeks later, Cheryl and I are going to go to Asheville because Asheville's glorious, and it's glorious in the fall. So hopefully I'll be able to show you some leaves and things like that, and it's one of my favorite places. So I think you guys will like it. Oh, Apple got the bundle. Thank you. I love hanging out with you too. And I think we'll have a really good time. And I'm suspecting, fingers crossed, that I can have the house open while I'm doing the class, and that'll make me so excited. I'm a very simple person. I just want fall and Halloween and nice people and some peace and quiet. So, anyhow, I think that's all. I wasn't planning on being on the song. If you're interested in Chef AJ's class, though, make sure you get it by midnight tonight because then you won't be able to get it. And again, I'm going to be taking it. So come hang out with me and take it with me. Okay. I will talk to all of you guys very soon. I will try to make a schedule of some lives coming up so I won't just be popping in as much. Have an amazing day. And don't forget to believe in magic, fall, and Halloween is coming.